With the 46th pick, the Patriots selecting Keion White, defensive end out of Georgia Tech, but that information just begins to tell the story. White began his collegiate career at Old Dominion as a tight end before transferring to Georgia Tech prior to the 2021 season. With the selection, White becomes the first Georgia Tech player selected in the first or second round since 2016. Back in studio with the guys, we know the Patriots like what they like, and here they go with Keion White. Talk to me about your draft experience when you're taking a look at a guy who recently in his football career shifted schools, shifted positions. How does that change the grading process?
It doesn't change the grading process because you're grading what you're seeing on tape. And he made a very smooth transition to defensive end. And what's amazing about this kid is that he's long, he's athletic, he's thick. He can play multiple positions on the defensive line. And a lot of the times you see him running with running backs and covering them in coverage. But I think this guy has so much upside to him. But he plays with his hair on fire, going 1,000 miles an hour, always closing to the ball. They got a heck of a football player here.
Ryan, in the past couple drafts, might be fair to say that direction during the offseason was wavering for this Patriots franchise. Seems like they're back to business as usual in this draft.
Well, for starters, they don't have a defensive coordinator calling the offensive plays. That helps quarterback
That goes
Mac
away.
Jones.
That goes away.
Bill O'Brien's back in the building, and it feels like there's some structure offensively. But the first two picks have been defense. And you talked about this last night, Joe. Their cornerbacks were all under 5'11" until they got Christian Gonzalez in round one. Now they come back and get another physical specimen in Keion White. 280. Plays a lot of 5-tech. He can play outside, out wide, and rush the passer that way. He came out of high school as a zero-star, got a scholarship to ODU, transferred to Georgia Tech. Each step of the way, he got better. We talked to him in the combine, and another young man with an edge with something to prove, and it sounds like a cliche, but he's proof that it's possible, and I think his next step to New England is going to be one that we're going to look back on and say, oh, this pick makes a ton of sense.
And when we were down at the Senior Bowl, he was the one that really popped out as one of those pass rushers that can pass rush from multiple positions.
Play one of that playbook, do your job. He is now a Patriot. Keion White heading to New England. Here's a look at that player profile. 6'5", 285. As our guys said, can play multiple gaps there on the defensive line. Converted from the other side of the ball, but now a professional defensive lineman for the Patriots.